The Toledo Board of Honor recommended removing a downtown street sign that honors Msgr. Jerome Schmit yesterday. The now deceased church leader was a key figure in the Sister Margaret Ann murder investigation, and our 11 Investigates team has covered this case extensively. Lead investigator Brian Duggar was at the meeting yesterday and joins us to talk about it. Until yesterday, or until your coverage, I'd never even heard of the Board of Honor.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fairly new thing. I think it's only been around 1 or 2 years, but when we put this documentary together, this was kind of one of the goals. I mean, when we reached out to them and said, hey, we'd like you to be involved in this, they said, well, we'll be involved, but we want you to tell this side of the story, that we believe there's a cover-up, there's a sign downtown. So we are very intentional when we started our documentary showing this sign, because the family's been fighting for a long time to get
Quick
this
review,
done.
okay. Father Robinson was convicted of killing.
Yeah,
Sister
Father
Paul.
Robinson was convicted of killing Sister Margaret Ann Paul in 2000. Well, the trial was in 2006, but she was murdered on Good Saturday, April 5th, 1980. And Father Robinson was ultimately convicted of killing her, but in the days right after the killing, the police believed it was Father Robinson. They said he was their only well, he was one of their only suspects. They had him in an interrogation room, second day of interview, hours of interrogations, and they believed he was just about ready to crack and kind of confess. And in walks Msgr. Jerome Schmit with Henry Herschel, who's an attorney, and also the assistant police chief, Ray Vetter. And, you know, a couple minutes later, they walk out with Father Robinson, and that was essentially the end of the investigation.
So the Board of Honor decides, okay, yes, we will take down Msgr. Schmit's name. That's getting some pushback, and not everybody's happy with this. How close was the vote on the board, and what happens next?
Yeah, it was actually a shocking vote to me, because there were 5 board members there yesterday, and 2 of them spoke out against taking it down. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there in the audience and I'm thinking, well, this is going down. But then, you know, they of course voted against it, but then the 3 other people on the board voted for it. So it's a 3-2 vote, and it now goes to Toledo City Council, and they have the final say on the vote. But this is Toledo City Council's board that they put together. And, you know, I mean, they're relying on them to make a recommendation to them.
Yeah, but don't kid yourself. That's a lot of pressure on a city council person to make a vote to accept the decision and go ahead and take Msgr. Schmit, who's been a fixture, an icon in the Catholic Church around here.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of the most powerful religious leaders. I mean, he's passed. I don't know what year he died, but it's been several years now. But he was instrumental in bringing the mud hens downtown, the CYO leagues. And nobody doubts. I mean, he did amazing things. I mean, he built up CYO, very influential with the mud hens, did a lot of good things. The family doesn't even deny that. Sister Margaret Ann's family.
I have to ask this question. We only have about a minute left, but what's the fine line between actually obstructing the investigation and protecting the church?
Yeah. I mean, that is a fine line. And, you know, I mean, the family, or Msgr. Schmit, his defenders say, look, he was just trying to help out a friend here.
Sure.
He was going in there. And, you know, and other people say, well, he didn't do anything without the bishop telling him what to do.
Yeah.
So, you know, some people say he was just following orders of the bishop and trying to protect the church. And, you know, of course, many people don't believe that.
But then again, you have evidence that he actually did obstruct the investigation.
Well, I mean, it's certainly a lot of people saying that he obstructed. I mean,
Sure.
There's no clear evidence because he was behind closed doors. We don't know what he told Father Robinson, but there's enough people saying that he was instrumental in stopping the investigation that, you know, I kind of trust what they're saying.
Sure. It's interesting, Brian, after all these years, this is still a hot topic and everything. Thanks so much for your time. It's really interesting for us to keep track of.